Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I decided just to make a little quick Q&A video regarding questions with the tummy tuck and lipo that had gone back in July. Just like you, I had a ton of questions and I was on here trying to find the answers. I had no idea what I was getting myself into, and it's been a journey. So if you haven't already, you can go ahead and look at my other videos just so you can see what I went through. These are just a couple of questions that I'm just gonna answer that I had through my whole process of all of this. So if you haven't already, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up, subscribe. It really helps out my channel. For those of you who have, thank you so much. And let's just jump to the video. So question number one, who was my doctor? My doctor's name is Dr. Josue Velarde. He is at Obesity, Not For Me, in Tijuana. Yes, I got surgery in Tijuana. I know that there's a lot of people out there that are very like, oh, it's Tijuana, it's so sketchy, da, 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 da. But honestly, you have to do your research, especially if you're gonna go do it in Tijuana. My doctor was recommended through a friend who actually has surgery with him, and I felt comfortable the moment I met him. The moment he explained the procedure to me, I was like, this is my doctor. Like, I don't need to see any other doctor. Like, I already found him, and I had already had prior consultations with other doctors before I picked him as the one who was going to work on me. So you guys have to take into consideration when you're going to go through this. You have to do your research, especially if you're going to go to Tijuana. So next question is, what did I get and how much did it cost? I got a tummy tuck with muscle repair, lipo with liposculpture, and some fat transfer to the upper part of my booty area and my hips, because I had no hips whatsoever. The reason why I didn't get a full BBL or anything like that was because my doctor suggested for me not to. He said, you are so petite, so tiny, I don't feel like you need it. I just feel like you just need to fill in these little gaps that you have, and you should be good with that. However, I did talk to him about other procedures, which I will get to in a bit. The price that was given to me was $5,500, and that included, you know, what he was gonna do to me, the anesthesiologist, the stays in the hospital, the medications that were given to me inside of the hospital as well. My faja, I did have to pay for it separate. My faja was $90. $90 was my faja, and right now this is not the one from the hospital. This is another one. This is a stage 2 one, another one that I had to buy. Next question, how much did I spend the total with surgery, medication, and aftercare products? I think it was a total almost about $7 grand that I spent. I had to buy my medications and my antibiotics in Tijuana before crossing over. I couldn't get any pain meds because you can't cross those over. I mean, I had some at home that I was able to take, and a big shout out to Amazon, because I was able to order my products and they delivered them on time as soon as I needed them. So I'm so glad for that. But yeah, it was about close to almost $7,000 with everything total. Next question, how was the removal of my drain? So at first I was like, oh my god, I can't wait to get this thing taken out. I hate it, get it taken out, get it taken out. Okay. So the day came, and as we were going over there, I was telling my husband, like, oh my god, no, I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it, it's gonna hurt, it's gonna hurt. And I've seen girls on here that they take it out themselves, like it ain't no thing, you know. They're like, oh, it didn't hurt. And I'm over here freaking out, like, girl, you just got cut open, like, come on, you can do this. Like, so I'm there with my doctor, and I tell him, like, is this gonna hurt me? He's like, no, nomás vas a sentir un jalón, you know, you're just gonna feel tug, that's it. And he's like, take a deep breath, and he took it out, and I'm like, oh, that was it. He's like, yeah, you see, it didn't hurt. He's like, okay, now turn around. And I'm like, okay. He's like, this one's gonna hurt. You're just gonna feel a pinch, but it's gonna hurt. And I'm like, holy shit, like, I need something to bite on. Like, give me a fucking stick or something. So I just started biting on my fist, and yeah, that one hurt. That one did hurt a lot. That one I wanted to cry, because I could feel that all the way up to my chichis that it hurt. It was just, I did not like that one. Next question. Do I plan on getting any more procedures done since after I got this? Well, I do. I had talked to him about getting a boob job, not getting them bigger, just lifted, because after having 4 kids, gravity, my age, has taken them somewhere else. So I would just want just a little lift, you know. I believe that they put like an implant in you. I would want a small one, not big. That's all I would want. And yeah, just to get rid of some fix right here. That's it. But I plan to do that before I turn 40. I am 37 right now, and I plan to do it within the next year or so, or two. My husband already said, yes, okay, go ahead, go get it. Get anything you don't want done. Just don't mess with your face, please. So I said, no, I'm not. But some lip fillers wouldn't be bad. So who took care of my kids? Of course, it was my mother. My mother took care of my kids when I was here. When I came back from the hospital, she took care of my kids. She stayed here for a week. During my surgery, it was my mother-in-law with my husband. They took care of the children. The whole time I was just like, oh my God, how is he? How is he doing? How can he handle it? You know, because it's 3 little ones. My oldest, he was fine. He does his own thing. But I was just very concerned about them and if they were gonna drive him crazy. But everything came out great. So if you have little ones, just know that you guys have to have that help, because you cannot do anything. So after those 2 weeks that I had help with my mom and my husband, it was all on me, and it was hard. It was really hard. My daughter helped me out a lot, because it was just really hard for me to even try to turn a little bit, and change my daughter so she kicks. So she would help me. She's like, I got it. And she would hold her, and I'm like changing her. That was just she wouldn't kick me. But one time she did kick me in right here in my belly, right here in the lower part. And oh my God, I wanted to cry because it was so tight. And it's because I wanted to change her. I wanted to feel like I was able to still to do something, but you can't. You can't. My husband's like, you see, is why I want you to change her. You can't do it. And that was just at me being it was like a little over 2 weeks. I'm going on to the 3rd week, I believe it was. Yeah, he had put her on the bed, and I'm like, no, I can do it. And nope, she kicked me, and it hurt. It hurt a lot. So just a little reminder that you are gonna need a lot of help, and at times we as women feel like, no, we got this. And trust me, it's hard. And I'm one of those women like that, like, no, I got this. I can do this. Because my whole life, I feel like I've always been very independent, and I don't need anybody. And I'll be like, screw you, no, I don't need you. I know how to build this. But with this, you will feel so defeated, and you will feel like at times you want to cry, because you need help. You need it. And I'm not one to ask for help, but I really did needed it. And my husband a lot of times like, I got it. He would wake up in the middle of the night and change her and feed her, and he did all that stuff. And I thank him so much for it. He knows that I love him, and I'm just so grateful for him, because he was just like, you need help, and you need to stop acting like you're Miss Captain over here, I can do anything. He's like, just stop, I got this. So just know and prepare yourself mentally, like, yeah, woman, you're gonna need help. You are going to need it, and take the help, okay? Don't be just like how I was. I was just very like, no, I can do it. I couldn't do it. Now I'm able to do a lot more, but back then, So what size am I now? I am in shirts, I am a medium. I used to be a large. I am a medium right now, and it's because, of course, I did get the lipo here. I didn't get it up here because, like I said, I want to fix my boobs. But I did get it, under here and everything. So I'm a medium, and in pants, I am between a 3 and a 5. Most of them are a 3. I did try on one of my size 5, and they just sagged like down, and I'm like, what the fuck? But I mean, I'm supposed it's a good thing, right? Because, you know, I used to have this big bulge that would hold them up, and now it's gone, and now it's like, okay, you need a belt. But I didn't like how a belt looked on me. I never have ever worn belts in my life. No me gustan. I don't like them. Um, so I'm still trying to figure out where I am in the jean world, because I did wear a size 3 this past time that we went to Vegas, and I found myself, I kept pulling them up and pulling them up. At times I feel like maybe I should try to see how I would fit in a 1, but I mean, I haven't fit in a 1 since I was like in middle school, so I'm a little scared to try that. But I feel like I need to still try to figure out where I am in the size world right now, so we'll see. Did I cook? Yes, I cooked. I cooked actually on the 3rd week after my mom had left, and then my husband was back to work. I was able to cook and clean and do everything. I just couldn't bend down a certain way. My daughter would help me to get certain things from the cabinets that I couldn't reach. And yeah, I was able to cook. Like, I don't understand. Like, I've seen some videos that some girls can't cook. They've told them they can't cook, but my doctor didn't say anything like that. He was just like, yeah, you can start cooking, you know, you can clean, and moderately, you know, not like go all out, you know, like, I got this. No, I had to do it very slowly. Like I said, like, I want to like be like, no, I can do this, but I mean, cooking, yeah, like it ain't no thing, you know. I just needed help bending down. That's where my daughter came into place to help me. Did I prepare myself mentally, physically, and emotionally? Well, at first I was just like, okay, I'm gonna have surgery, like, finally, like, it's gonna happen. But not until like the week of, when I was getting everything ready, like packing my kids' stuff, my stuff, and knowing that I was gonna go into a pre-op was kind of like, oh shit, like, it's real, like, it's happening. If I pass the pre-op, like, this is gonna happen, like, I'm gonna have surgery. But I mean, I had also came upon an agreement with my husband that if I didn't pass the pre-op, I wasn't gonna go through with it. I know that they would have been like, well, we'll see what we could do, you know, for you to get better that way, so you can be able to pass the pre-op and get your surgery. But in my head, if I didn't pass it, I wasn't gonna go through with it. And not just that, I mean, when I had to talk to my mom about coming over to help me, she was like, why? What are you gonna do? And I said, well, I want to have surgery. And she was just like, you're crazy. Why do you want to have surgery? Like, you're fine. I'm like, well, it's because I showed her, you know, how it hung my belly, and she was just like, oh my god. She was kind of like shocked. She's like, mine doesn't do that. My mom has 6 kids. And I was just like, I don't know, just look at it, this is nasty. And she was like, okay, just, you know the risks, what could happen, everything, you know, because I wouldn't want something to happen to you there on the operating table. But if you need me, I'm there for you and I support you. So she said yeah. And then of course the day of my pre-op came, and I was nervous, scared. I was just like, oh my god, are they gonna tell me something? Is something wrong with me? But everything came back good. But once I passed the pre-op, he said, okay, so go on over, pay the remaining of your balance, and fill out some paperwork. That way we have everything ready for tomorrow. And it became more real. Like this was happening, you know. The next day, like, I'm getting surgery, you know. And throughout the day, I just had all these thoughts, and I was just like, I was getting more and more emotional, you know, seeing my kids. What if I don't wake up? And then I told to my husband, like, what if I don't wake up? He's like, you can't think like that. Like, everything's gonna be fine. You're gonna wake up. You're gonna come back to it. Stop thinking like that. Get those thoughts out of your head. He's like, and in my mind, I was just like, it's because I signed my life away. Like, you know, like, before any of it, you know, when you set your date for surgery and you give your deposit, you have to read all these forms that say, you know, death can occur. And it became more real, and I'm like, holy shit, like, what if I die? What if this? What if that? But he was just like, you gotta stop thinking like that. You're gonna come back to this, you're gonna wake up, everything's gonna be fine, okay? You have to think positive. He was more positive about anything more than me, but I was just freaking out. Next day came, I was taking a shower, seeing that I had no nails on, no pedicure, no nothing. It was just like more real. I'm like, oh shit, like. And then seeing my kids, saying bye to them, I'll see you in 2 days, hopefully. And my husband's like, you gotta stop thinking like that. You know, he was just very, very positive about the whole thing. He's like, you're not gonna wake up, you're gonna be fine, you're gonna come back to us, everything's gonna be fine. And yeah, and then he drove me and we said bye, and it was just very, very hard to see him leave because he couldn't come in, he couldn't anything because of the whole COVID thing still. I couldn't have any visitors, it was just me by myself for the next 2 days. Not being able to see them for the next 2 days was really, really hard because I couldn't get a hold of them. They were having issues with the Wi-Fi in the hospital apparently, and I couldn't communicate with them. I couldn't video chat. I was able to talk to my husband and my daughter on the phone, but I couldn't see my children, so it was very, very irritating and hard for me. Once my husband picked me up and everything and I was ready to leave, of course we went out to like the medical lane, so we were able to get a pass so we can all cross that fast. But I mean, it still took like about an hour that we were sitting there. I was in pain, discomfort. I just wanted to get home. We still had to pick up my mom, drop off my mother-in-law, and then head on home. And we live in LA, so from Tijuana, LA, it was a long road. So I had told my husband about my hospital stay, about how it was, and I told him that it was great, that I couldn't believe it. Like in Tijuana, they were so professional, very caring, you know, about it was a lot of patient care there, and it did not go unseen, especially with me. I used to work in the medical field. Like I couldn't believe like they would just go above and beyond. So I give a big shout out to all the nurses that are Obesity Not For Me. Thank you so much for taking good care of me. You guys are doing an amazing job. How am I now that I'm almost gonna be 3 months post-op? Everything has been good. I've been feeling great. I have no complaints other than, you know, like the little burning sensations or like the little itches that I get every here and there. You know, my husband would be like, "Tienes, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Oh no, it's itching. It's weird." But everything's fine. I am so happy to almost be 3 months, and not because the faja comes off, because he only said that I could wear the faja for about 3 months. He said he would want for me to wear it 6 months, but 3 months is, you know, the max, you know. But I think I'm gonna continue wearing it because it helps with my posture, and it actually feels good with the swelling. So I think I'm gonna continue wearing it still, you know, around the house. Maybe not like every day, but like, you know, un día sí, un día no, you know, so it can help me still. If you plan on having a procedure like this or any type of procedure, especially if it's in Tijuana, make sure you do your research, have questions for your doctor, and have that help for after, because it was really, really hard, especially if you have little kids. It's hard. I'm so thankful for my mother-in-law, my mom, my husband, my daughter. I had them to help me. You know, I'm still going through it. I'm still not out of it. You know, I'm about to be barely 3 months. I still can't really fully stretch, or because it'll hurt. So muscle repair that I had, it hurts. Or I can't sneeze still. It still hurts a bit, or cough. So it's still a journey. That brings me to the end of my video. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys can please give me a thumbs up, it'll really help my channel. I am new at this, so I mean, I'm still getting the hang of making videos and editing and all that stuff. So I mean, nobody was great at it in one day. I'm still learning. So for those of you that haven't given me a thumbs up and subscribe, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.